And first of all, welcome, and second, congratulations to winning Best Racing Game on the Gamescom Awards. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Look, first, thanks for having us here, and yeah, thanks to Gamescom on behalf of Codemasters and Koch and the team that's worked so hard on this game. We're thrilled to win the award.
Yeah. Tell me something. How much Grid gonna be here on the stage?
So we're actually in multiple places. We're at the Xbox booth, and then we've got a real-life Porsche 911,
wow.
Our racing car, sitting on our main Grid booth, where we have both cockpits where you can sit down and use a racing wheel, or a bunch of beanbags where you can sit and relax and use a pad to play the game. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Also ich habe ihm gerade gratuliert zum Gewinn der Gamescom Awards, hier bei den, für bestes Racing Game natürlich, hat Grid gewonnen, und ich habe ihn gefragt, Grid ist nicht nur hier am Xbox-Stand, sondern eben auch ein eigener Stand mit Racing Seats. So, it's the fourth edition of Grid, like it's the fourth, what do you call it, iteration?
Yeah. In the sequence, let's say. Yeah. So actually, Grid goes back even further. It originally came from the TOCA racing series and then moved into the Grid series. So it's had a bit of a break. I think it's about 5 years since the last Grid game, and we brought Grid back. And more importantly for us, Grid is a reboot of what we originally loved about the first Grid game, which was called Race Driver Grid.
Ja, also 5 Jahre ist es schon wieder her, seit das letzte Grid erschienen ist. Es ist ja eigentlich der 4. Teil der Grid-Serie, aber es ist so eine Art Reboot. Sie wollen wieder so ein bisschen back to the roots, so to say, wieder das Gefühl von Grid 1 einfangen. So tell me, what does it mean for you to reboot the series? What does it mean for the gameplay?
Well, for me personally, it's a bit of a dream because I played the original Grid and loved it. For us, it's to get back of that innovative motorsport game that took a little bit of risks. When Grid first came out, it innovated things like the rewind. It was a motorsport game, but it had city courses. Yeah. So it did things a little different, but it stayed true to its motorsport heritage.
Also es bleibt natürlich, also das Besondere an Grid ist natürlich, dass es Straßenrennen auch sind, aber eben in dieser ganzen Rennsport-Atmosphäre. We've got gameplay here. I think Tim is playing.
Yeah, Tim's playing at the back. He was practicing.
Is he doing fine so far?
Yeah, I'm just watching now, and he's doing all right. He's doing better than he was earlier.
So tell me, what do we see?
So at the moment, we're on one of our new courses. So we have 4 city courses, 8 circuits, and then a total of 80 plus routes, so a lot of places to drive. But when we selected routes for this new game, we wanted to bring back some of the classics that our community loved, but we also wanted to go new places and have some fun in some new locations. And we looked at Havana and thought, it's a perfect place, perfect setting for Grid. And we love it. I mean, as you can see, this is nighttime. You see all the signs on the restaurants. There's the beautiful ocean in the corner. The crowds react as you go past. It's a wonderful location to bring with Grid, and it plays wonderfully. There's lots of twists and turns. It's challenging, but I think players are going to have a lot of fun. And yeah, as I say this, Tim hits a couple of walls. So yeah.
Also es ist Havana, did I get that right?
Havana, yes.
Havana. Yeah. Also es spielt in Havana, und die Strecken, sie haben versucht, so ein bisschen eine Mischung zu machen aus beliebten alten Strecken und natürlich auch entsprechend neue Strecken. Der Nachtmodus ist jetzt eben auch wieder dabei. Wir sehen hier gerade, wie im Nachtmodus hier gefahren wird. Viele enge Kurven, das gehört natürlich auch dazu. So, you talked to me before the show, we should talk about drama.
Yes,
Let's talk about drama. Let's go.
Well, look, I love motorsports, and I think people who play motorsport games love motorsports. And when I watch it on TV, the reason I watch it is the drama. It's between the drivers, mechanical failures, and even spin-outs and crashes, as long as nobody gets hurt, of course. And what we've tried to do in Grid is bring all that into the on- and offline racing.
Ja, also es geht viel um Drama. Es geht viel um Drama hier bei Grid. Warum er Motorsport schaut, sagt er, ist, um dieses Drama eben auch live mitzuerleben. Die engen, die packenden Rennen und so weiter, natürlich auch zwischen den Fahrern, wenn Crashes passieren. Er hofft, dass sich niemand verletzt natürlich, aber das versuchen sie einzufangen. Ich frage ihn jetzt mal, wie das geschehen soll. So how do you put drama in a racing game? What is your recipe?
The short answer is it's not easy, and the long answer is, so we use many things to do that. we've got 400 AI in the game, each tuned individually, things like how they break into corners, how they break out of corners, how they defend their line. We have 72 teammates that you can bring onto that track, and each has a different personality, how they react to you. We have a loyalty factor in the drivers. We have a choreographer that represents life, and we can talk more about that. We have the Nemesis system, rivals, and then of course all those routes, times of days, all those classes of cars.
Ja. Also es wird vor allem sehr viel über AI-Fahrer gesteuert, die alle unterschiedliche Fahrverhalten haben, um eben diese dynamischen Spielszenen dann auch zu erzeugen. Es gibt noch ein Revenge-System und so weiter, da tauchen wir jetzt auch gleich tiefer ein. Dieses Revenge-System, the Revenge System, can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, so the Nemesis system...
Also called Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah. Yes. But you could see it as revenge. We like to see it as... so have you ever... I'm sure you're a great driver and you would never do this, but when I go round corners, I tend to use other cars to maybe assist me to go around those corners.
You talk in real life or?
Yeah, I try not to do it in real life. Yeah. So yeah, when you're playing the game, either online or offline, especially online, if I knocked into you, you might sit there and go, you know what? I want to beat that guy. He hit me. I want to go past him and I want to beat him. And we thought, why not put that in our game? So what we do with our AI is the moment you upset them, and every AI has a level. Some are calm, some are very sensitive.
So you get on their nerves?
Yeah, you get on their nerves very quickly or very slow. And they get a boost to their driving. They do everything they can to get in front. They'll actually initiate a little bit of car-to-car contact because you did first. They're the only AI that does that. And they'll also even take bad racing lines in order to block you because they just want to beat you now.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful thing to bring to the game. We've had a lot of fun with it and a great reaction from it.
Ja. Also das Nemesis-System, habt ihr vielleicht auch schon mal aus anderen Spielen gehört, so ein bisschen so ein Rachesystem. Die Fahrer merken sich, wenn ihr sie anrempelt, vor allem ich bin so einer, der dann die Leute auch so ein bisschen anschubst, er auch anscheinend. Und wenn man das öfter macht, dann steigt so eine Art kleiner Rachelevel bei den verschiedenen Fahrern. Die haben alle unterschiedliche Geduldsstufen und je nachdem, wann dieser Geduldsfaden reißt, dann kann es auch schon mal sein, dass die Fahrer euch zurückschubsen und sich dann da eben entsprechend auch rächen bei euch. This is pretty cool, because I drive like you. I use the others as bumpers, everything is fair game in a racing game at night.
Well, it's funny you're saying that. Obviously, Tim's driving like that, and you can see the back of his car. He's lost, his bumpers come off, he's got scratches, he's got dents. So he's really taken advantage of our damage system on that one as well.
Yeah. But is it like, do you always also try to get the core players, like the simulation freaks and people that are very serious that nobody may hit another car? Is there like from arcade game to core game, everything in it?
So it's funny, I actually try not to use the word arcade because we're Codemasters. We come from a very long background of simulation. The guys who did Dirt 2 did the handling for Grid. So the way I always look at it is it's first and foremost a simulation game. Yes, we go to some extreme locations, but we have all the classic circuits. And what we allow, the way we make it more accessible, is we have an assist system that you can turn up. And the assist system doesn't dumb down the handling. It doesn't make an arcade handling.
Okay.
It essentially lets you control the handling with less skill.
Okay.
And so what we hope players will do is as they get better, they might decide to turn off the assist and become better drivers. And maybe it's a gateway game to simulation and becoming a simulation driver. Yeah. But we also want to make sure that if you're a sim player and you have the rig at home, this is also the game for you. You can put up the difficulty, you can turn off the assists, muscle cars feel like muscle cars, GT cars feel like GT cars, and you'll have an amazing time. Yeah. That's the reason this game is for everyone.
Okay, also Simulationsfreaks müssen keine Sorge haben. Codemasters bleiben sich natürlich auch treu. Sie sind aus einer Simulationsecke entstanden und natürlich wird dieses Spiel auch für die absoluten Core-Racing-Fans verfügbar sein und auch ansprechend genug sein. Ihr könnt alle helfen, alles ausstellen, was euch irgendwie zu arcadig vorkommt. Sie versuchen auch dieses Wort Arcade zu vermeiden, weil sie natürlich sagen, ihr könnt das Spiel einfach anpassen, kleine Stufen runterdrehen, bis es einem entsprechend Spaß macht. Und er hofft, dass es ein Gateway-Game dadurch ist, um neue Spieler eben auch in diese Reihe zu kriegen und auch zu erkennen, welche Simulation da drin steckt in diesem Spiel. We don't have to wait any much longer for Grid to be released, right?
No, October the 11th.
October 11th.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
I mean, today's been great because the fans actually get to play it. So, but for the team, we're just excited to get it out there and everyone to start having fun with Grid.
Yeah.